What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Proton on the daily time frame and we'll go from there. So we've measured this impulse here. This is the OKEX chart as everyone keeps telling me to go on. I'm doing it now. We measured this impulse, we got the 618 here. As long as we hold this golden pocket 050 to the 0618, as long as you don't lose the 050, we should continue up to our 1618 target at 21 cent. Still valid, everything's all still good for continuation. When you came above here, you basically validated that, but you lost it. As long as you don't go below the 0, we should be good for continuation. You got back above the 618, ran into the 1, which is your minimal target after getting above it, but we don't like breaking resistance points on the first time. You can see we had a fake out here, and then we come down, found a base, previous swing high, sitting as a swing low, and then you came back up to resistance and confirmed it as resistance. So it meant that this is a fake out, and because this is now resistance, it's the top, we now need to find the bottom. And you can see here previously came down and had a bounce. So here is our swing low. You can see it was also a previous top and bottom. Swing high turned into swing low. So same thing here. Swing high turned into swing low. Same location. So this is why you've come down to here. It was also your technical target out of this M pattern or descending triangle over here, which I gave you guys. So from the wick, let's get this exactly for you. From the wick over there, back to support. Oh, put down the breakout over here. And our technical target for XPR was met. So now what happens after we finish a pattern or meet the technical target? We then form another pattern. Now, not always, but a lot of the time it tends to be the opposite way, and this is what we're seeing now. We've come to a swing low, we're potentially double bottoming here, and if we can come up and break this neckline roughly at 0.02, so roughly 2 cent, then we should start to head up in some sort of ascending triangle, just like this descending triangle and ascending triangle right now. What we do need to take into account is that you have put a lower low, lower than this low, but not exactly lower than that wick. We closed exactly on that low of the wick, so that's good actually, because you're not, yes, you're making lower lows with the bodies, and we really just want to focus on the bodies, but you can see buying pressure stepped in here, the bull stepped in here, and that's why we haven't been able to close below that. Lose that, then we will continue lower. I can give you some targets right now to the downside if support is lost. I'm going to, obviously for the moment, I think I'm only going to do it from here. Ignore this because it's a really large wick, but with that wick we met our double bottom target. So technically your pattern's already been played out, to be honest, and that's why we're forming a new pattern and potentially going down. We respected the 55. You actually had a fake out, so this means that we should actually now come down and continue our downtrend. You can see that this here is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, bearish continuation. You come up correcting before continuation to the downside. So what we don't want to do is lose this one. You can see you held it exactly here. So if you do lose this one, you're going to come down to this technical target, the bottom of our range, the bottom of the golden pocket. The 1618 is basically 1 cent. Yeah, you can see here 1 cent. So this is my target if we were to lose this low. If you don't lose this low, you could be forming a larger double bottom like this. Can you see that? And in the second leg, you're forming a smaller one. To start validating it, we obviously need to break this, but the first step would be breaking this neckline here, and you'd come up, back test it support, basically flipping the 20 EMA back into support, from resistance into support, and so you should start heading up. We obviously might run into these EMAs, and if you do and you get a rejection, so let's say you come all the way up to the 55 and get rejected, and if you were to close back below the 20, use it as resistance, we're going to go lower like that. So even if we now get an impulse to the upside now, we need to watch out for this 55 because it can step in and, you know, we'll put in a lower low, go into our 1618 target. Now we know, if you've been watching my other videos on this channel, that we can lose the low, come to the 1.272, get back above the 1, and we would be good. We wouldn't come down to the 1618 technical target, even though that's the target, it doesn't have to be met. Just like with a double bottom, you can come up to the neckline, doesn't have to get met your target, or you can come up validating it and then lose support, invalidating it. So any pattern can get invalidated, any target can get invalidated, and that's what we could see if we were to come down to the 1.272 or the 1414, coming up to the 1, holding that support and heading on higher. But for me, if Bitcoin were to roll over, then we will see this rollover, and yes, my target is the 1618 down here at 1 cent. That's pretty much it for today. We can go to the 4 hour, but Yeah, literally nothing different to what I just said. It's the same thing, really. Like, I can do a shorter term fib over here for you guys, but you can see the 1618 is only coming down to that 1.272, and we know if we're losing this one, we're actually going to the 1618. It's just this smaller one is basically saying you actually could come to the 1.272 and then obviously come back above the 1 and hold it as support for continuation to the upside. Exactly what we just said. So that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for 1.5k subscribers. I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, comment what you think is going to happen next. And as always, peace.